This FUT Champions Weekend League was probably the worst one that we have all played in probably the history of FIFA. So many people at home playing FUT Champions and also of course Ultimate Team this season. It means this week was the most toxic, the most sweaty, and of course whilst dealing with the EA servers, the speed up lag, and also EA scripting known as DDA, all of that at the same time. Along with all of this, it is extremely stressful, and in this video we're going to be explaining what exactly all of these terms mean and also showing hard evidence clips of EA scripting and DDA live in action that EA cannot run away from, and this is proof what needs to be removed in future FIFAs. So just before we get into it, if you are new here, make sure that you do subscribe. We are going to be doing daily FIFA videos, all of the information on the future FIFAs, so definitely make sure that you are subscribed so you do not miss any of those future videos. So getting straight into this one now, first of all about the gameplay, the state of EA servers. We pretty much usually have two parts of gameplay that are both negative sides of playing FIFA and need to be improved. Delayed gameplay is where a game, the inputs are delayed, so on your controller if you execute a pass or for it to shoot, something like that, but it doesn't do that. It takes a few seconds for that to register in the game and for that to actually happen in FIFA. That is extremely bad because the whole game you're just playing catch up and the opponent is always ahead of you. This is usually isolated cases, so if I have this, maybe everyone else in the world, in Europe, whatever, isn't really going to be having this issue as well. But bad gameplay on the other hand is solely down to EA. The gameplay is slow, there might be a little bit of input delay, it's very sluggish, the passes are very slow to take, your turns might be slow, everything like that is all stiff and slow. That is due to EA servers, and if I'm having that issue, it might apply that my friends around me in the EU, whatever, are also having these issues because they are all down to EA servers. So both of these things need to be improved in the future. And then the last one, which is the worst one, is DDA, and that stands for Dynamic Difficulty Adjustments. Pretty much what this is in a simple form of concept: if you are winning 1-0 against your friend, it is going to be easier for your friend to score a goal and try get back into it because EA wants to keep everyone happy, and EA can pretty much decide in any game who is going to win because they can mess up your passes, they can literally make your passes go to your opponent, they can make you hit the post and the bar a bunch of times, miss shots, everything like that. That should clearly be goals, and for your opponent, things that usually wouldn't go in, it just simply flies into the net, top corner, bottom corner, and that is what we are going to be taking a look now, analysing some scripting proof. So look at this one, it hits the post first of all, then off the goalkeeper, then the post again, once again, and then again, and even eventually it doesn't even make it into the back of the net. So this is just an example. We can clearly see there's no glitches, nothing like that. This is just you cannot score a goal, it just keeps hitting the post when usually in a normal game this should be going in first or second time. Another example of this, or something at least similar, it is DCs, when someone just gets disconnected from the game even though they are winning. As you can see here, it's just right at the beginning of the game, he's getting dominated and he just disconnects as soon as he does score with Werner, and this is just something that needs to be fixed in the future. This cannot keep happening. It's just deserved wins that should be given out, but they are taken away. This is another extremely ridiculous example. This is something, again, something very strange, and it is something else. This might be a glitch or something like that, but it definitely needs to be fixed. As you can see, all looks normal until his player literally just vanishes into thin air. He is no longer seen for the rest of the match. He just has to continue playing with 10 men, and you can imagine in FUT Champions this is just completely undeserved and honestly should have been fixed a very long time ago. Another one here, this is just absolutely insane. If you've ever got or ever thought you should have got a handball in FIFA, this is just absolutely crazy. As you can see, I think it's a 3-time handball, and eventually he does do a Maradona into the goal. Just absolutely ridiculous. Handball needs to be added in FIFA, even if it's a little bit difficult to code. Definitely needs to be avoiding these situations, even if they are quite rare. For sure it needs to be fixed. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I was laughing way too much when I first saw this. And the next one here, goalkeepers need to be fixed, man. We always say it, but he's saved a penalty, or at least he thought so. Then it ends up as still being a goal when he ends up picking it up like that. Sunday League mistake, again, shouldn't be happening. And they can also just take out whoever they want. That should not be happening as well. Goalkeepers need a fine-tuning and they need to be improved in FIFA 21 and all of the future FIFAs to come. With this next one, we are going to have to decide if it was just extremely unfortunate or if it was FIFA scripting to the max. 90th minute, 2 minutes added time to equalize. Lewandowski there gets injured in the worst possible time. He also has the solid player trait, which means of course he shouldn't get a lot of injuries, but that does happen. In the next clip here, this is just of course original FIFA scripting, how we had it in the olden days. Here just should have been of course open goal, should just headed it in right, still stops in front of him, doesn't really make it in there. I'm not sure what that was, must have been a glitch, and then from the opponent's team goes in there and just clears it out. That is just absolutely ridiculous. In this next one, once again, you might just think that it's going to be another miss, but this one is extravagant. As we can see here, it misses, but the player is there celebrating and it does count as a goal. Extremely strange there. This does count as a glitch, but it's just completely strange. And in this next one, if you guys like the UFC, you're going to enjoy this one because there's quite a few takedowns. As we can see here, it's extremely hard to defend, and then bang, there is the first one. Tries to get back up, still gets knocked down, not knocked out though just yet, still manages to get back up, try and defend it more, should really just win it in there with one of those interceptions and tackles, but still doesn't manage to keep the ball. EA scripting hits you where it hurts the most, and then there it goes, still manages to score, and then of course that just burns. EA clearly for some reason didn't want him to win, and of course there's probably a few broken controllers, maybe a monitor as well right there. Here we do see Brandon Smith, my guy over here, raises his arm, thought he has secured gold 1, but unfortunately he is a bit like Logan Paul. It is way over the added time. As you can see here, it was meant to be only 2, but it's already in the 5th minute, and the opponent in this yellow kit does manage to somehow, bad defending by Brandon, I guess he's just panicking there, but he does manage to score, and he's just absolutely furious. It's the 6th minute, don't know what the referee is doing, and of course the referee is controlled by EA Sports, so this is clearly DDA, EA scripting, whatever you want to call it. And unfortunately he did say that he lost in extra time, so it is very unfortunate to see this sort of good man getting punished like this by EA. Let me know down in the comments below what your experience has been in this weekend league. On a real note, I do know it can be extremely stressful and we have all been through it. I 100% understand what you guys go through, and these clips do prove that we are all in this together, and fingers crossed it is going to improve in the future. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.